Hello, Equally Awesome channel. So I'm going to be looking down here because I'm using Megan's email as like a reminder for the questions and theme this week, because yeah, it's fun, it's good times. Yeah, so Megan's theme is dating and sex. So the first question she asked was, what turns you on? Lots of things. I think the main one being men. I dig a man. Turn-ons for me, I like someone who's intelligent. I want to be able to have a conversation. Critical thinking is very important with me. Like, I can't have someone who just accepts things. You have to question everything. That's so a turn-on to me, that you question, you fucking just delve into everything in an intellectual manner. That's such a turn-on for me. Yeah, beyond that, pretty men, intelligence. I'd prefer that you don't follow any organized religion. I mean, faith is fine, believing in something is fine, but organized religion to me is not fine. But, you know, depending on personality and connection, everything's up in the air. What turns me off? That organized religion, people who follow organized religion, especially homosexual men who follow Bible-based religions. That's such a turn-off to me. I really hate stupid people. I'm really also turned off by really effeminate guys. That's just, it doesn't, like, I have my moments where I'm a little blah blah blah, but I want a man. This is my man notion, apparently. Yeah. I like men. I want a man. I want a little effeminate man. And that's cool if that's what you are, like, but that just doesn't, I'm not attracted to that. It's not for me. What do you consider to be hot foreplay? Making out. I love the neck area. Yeah. Making out, touching, heavy petting, spooning. Good foreplay. What is the best date you've ever had? I'd say the best date I ever had was my first apartment after I moved out of my mother's house. I met up with this guy. His name was Greg. We went out on one date. This one, because I was at a point in my life where I was just completely unstable and not ready for anything. And we went out on one date. We went to dinner and a movie, and he was so sweet. Such a nice guy, really intelligent, just whatever. And then the next morning I go out to my car, and he had got me flowers and dropped them off and left them like on the hood of my car with a little note. And so cute, so sweet, but I wasn't in a place where that was impressing me. I was just like, I laughed. I mean, but now I look back and I'm like, oh, that's sweet. That's sweet. Well, that would be the best date I was ever on. The worst date I was ever on would be kind of along the same lines with Megan. I had met someone offline, and we had been chatting, emailing for a while. We finally decided to meet in a public place, of course. Always do that, because people are scary. And we met downtown in Madison, and the person, we had exchanged a few pictures, nothing dirty, but a few pictures, and it was attractive, blah, blah. Pictures I saw him in, probably mid to late 20s, and then when I met him, nope, late 50s, gray hair, partially bald, humongous man. And I left. I went up and he said, hey, are you Matthew? And I said, yeah. And he said, I'm blah, blah, blah. And I said, no, you're not. Bye. And then he was like, what? And I was just like, don't fucking play with me. If you're going to pretend to be something you're not, how do I know you're not going to try and lock me in a basement and make something out of my skin after you make me rub lotion on it and shit? Like, that's not hot. Do you believe in love at first sight? I do not. I believe in lust at first sight. But along the same lines again with Megan, someone can look really appealing but be a complete asshole or a complete tool and just be like, have you ever been in love? Yes, I have. I think I am now. Interesting. Do you believe you will get married? Nope. Never gonna get married. I think we've already gone over this topic, but no, I don't. Nope. Not unless it's to Mark and I get to wear my pink Gucci suit and Bob gets no camo. Any really bad sex stories? I got one for you. So, when I was in high school, I dated this guy, Brian. Brian was pretty sweet, pretty cute, whatever. And then after high school, I hadn't seen him for a few years, and I ran into him downtown. We actually set up a time to meet up, hang out. We went out for lunch and then walked around downtown Madison, talking, whatever. So I was like, whatever, there's something here. So I invited him home. Bad idea. When we dated in high school, we had never slept together or anything like that. Now, I am, as Megan said, a top. And he was also a top. At that point, I was still, versatile. I was like, whatever, I just want to get off, blah, 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 blah. And I'm not ashamed of anything I've done. I've done a lot. But I'm not ashamed of any of it. But, so, whatever. But, yeah, it just didn't work. To give you the simple definition, I was laying on my back, and there was a beached whale on top of me, doing the wave. The body wave, and it was just the most... I think the hardest part of that was not to laugh when it was happening, and, a few minutes into it, maybe 10, 15, I was just like, no, this isn't going to work. And he was like, what? And I was like, I'm sorry, I can't do this, and then I drove him home. Do I have any kinky fantasies? Nothing kinky, just simple. A little bit of nibble. A little bit of hair pulling. Nothing too kinky, weird. Do I have any fetishes? Nope. Yeah, that's about it. That's about it. There's a lot more stories, but a lot of them are too graphic and detailed to really put on the internet, especially knowing that sometimes my mom watches these videos. And I think I've traumatized my mother enough for a couple lifetimes with how I talk and how I am. I definitely wanted to add to what Megan said and say goodbye to Bob. It really will suck to not have you on the channel. I'm gonna miss you. Stay in communication. You have my email, our emails. Yeah. And then to add more, again, open spot. If you love me and you're pretty, be on our channel. Oh, you have to smell good too. But that's easy to do because I won't really be able to smell me. So as long as you tell me you smell good, I'll believe you. Yeah, hit us up. For real, video response. You can just send us an email. Whatever. Send us a message telling us you'd be interested. Give us a link to your channel, some personal videos, some info about yourself, yada yada. And we will decide and let you know. Either way. All right. Party on, Wayne. Party on, Garth. Ooh, I get to pick the theme for next week.